First of all, this is the most surreal thing in the history of time, so let's just get that out of the way. I think, oh Lord. I can't really predict what's going to happen with the movie. Certainly we're all very excited about it. We've had such a blast. Thought Annie looked like she fell to the ground. Certainly we're all excited about it, and you know, we've gotten a lot of questions about this sequel. But I think really what we're here to talk about is how excited we are about this movie. And as speaking for myself as an actor, I hope that this opportunity can afford me, you know, more opportunities and artistic, you know, more choices for my career. Then I'd be really happy.
I have spent a significant amount of time with Leonard, and he has been incredibly open and supportive, and I'm really grateful to him for that. But, you know, it's less about advice regarding the character and much more about getting to know him personally and the impact that his life has had on this character and the impact that this character has had on his life. He's a pretty awesome guy, and the fact that we get to hang out is one of the highlights of his whole experience. JJ, please sit down.
Casting this was incredibly important because the actors obviously had huge shoes to fill, and the characters were very well established. And we were, I think, incredibly lucky to find the actors that we did. The only one I knew I wanted to work with from the get-go was Simon Pegg for Scotty, and luckily he said yes. Obviously Leonard Nimoy, we needed him for the movie, but to find Chris and Zachary, you know, John, Carl, Zoe, I mean this whole group, Anton, they're an amazing cast, and I can't wait for you all to see them in action. They're pretty spectacular.
There was a really organic progression for me in this experience, going from the role that I've been playing on Heroes for the past few years to playing this character. I think, oddly enough, there are some very fundamental similarities between the two, which only obviously go to a certain point before they diverge pretty dramatically in terms of the moral spectrum that these characters exist on. But, you know, they both are characters that are dealing with a tremendous amount of internal conflict and a certain duality about their struggle. They're both characters that contain what they're feeling instead of sort of giving it away. And so I just had the experience of focusing on the work and the thing that I actually have control over. And so it was a real testament to him that he was able to keep such a large-scale epic production really for us about what was going on at any given moment and what we had to accomplish on a day-to-day basis. And the transition for me was much more about the transition from one character to another and not so much from one medium to another.
Yeah, we've been, now you're looking at me. We've been friends, actually we were friends before the production started, and I actually saw him 2 days before I went into audition and asked him about the script and about JJ and all the, you know, kind of to give me some hints before I went in and sat down and auditioned. And thank God Zachary happens to be, you know, he's not only a wonderful actor but a really great guy. And I remember going into audition and getting a chance to read with Zach and talk with him for a bit. Between JJ, myself, and Zach, you know, there was fantastic chemistry, and that you know, that I knew that we were going to work well together. All right, well, I'll stand up to you if you want. I'd be honored to work with these guys again as a producer, director, anything. And if the audience likes this movie and they, you know, are hungry for another one, we'd be happy to oblige. And whether I direct it or produce it or whatever, obviously we have no story, no script, no idea. So, but in theory, directing these guys again would be an honor. I would love it. As someone who was not a fan of Trek to begin with, my approach to the movie was, you know, was not one of, you know, it wasn't entrenched in the existing franchise. It was simply because of the story of this movie. So I'm really glad you liked it. Thank you for that. And what I hope is that people like myself who were not necessarily fans, but who want to go see, you know, a thrill ride with a great cast, that they will find themselves drawn to this film. And like myself, find themselves Star Trek fans, even though that might not be something that you ever thought you'd say.
Okay, cool. Well, we've got an impromptu dance party going on. You've heard about Star Trek dance parties. Well, you're witnessing one here right now. And thank you for coming in and talking to us. It's a chance for people to put questions to you who probably wouldn't otherwise have the opportunity. So thank you for making time for it in your schedule. And, it's been great. It's been cool. It's been really nice to chat. Hope you've enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.